The cattle grazer. After completing his village school education, the child guru was free again. In those days, there was no arrangement for higher education. A person was considered as educated who was certified by the village Maulvi or Pandit. But Nanak was teacher of the teachers. But Mehta Kalu was worried. He did not know how to keep his son engaged. One day he thought that Nanak should be sent to graze the cattle. He had many cows and buffaloes and had employed a servant to take the cattle out for grazing. But his work was not satisfactory. So he asked Nanak to do that job. Nanak was very fond of roaming in the forests and mountains, so he readily accepted the proposal. He used to take the buffaloes to green meadows, dense forests, and vast pastures. But while grazing the cattle, he would fix his mind on one god. One day, when Nanak was herding his cattle, he sat on the ground and became wrapped in his meditations. He became totally unaware of his surroundings. Meanwhile, the cattle broke into a farmer field and browsed through it. By chance, the farmer came there. When he saw the buffaloes destroying his field, he was beside himself with rage. With the help of his servants, he drove the cattle out of his field. He was shouting and crying loudly for whoever had let his cattle ruin his crop. The farmer straight went to Rai Bular and in inconsolable tone said, "I am ruined. Mehta Kalu's buffaloes have destroyed my crop. I am robbed. Procure me justice. I request you that for the loss suffered by me, adequate compensation must be paid to me." Hearing this woeful story, Rai Bular at once sent for Mehta Kalu and Nanak. He told them what he had heard and asked Mehta Kalu to compensate the aggrieved farmer. Then, on the request of Guru Nanak, he sent his servants and the farmer to field to estimate the loss. When they reached the field, they found that the crop was intact and no damage had been done to it. The servants and the farmer went back and reported the matter to Rai Bular. They said not a blade had been injured and the farmer had cooked up a false story in order to harm Mehta Kalu. On hearing this, Rai Bular was enraged the farmer for telling such a baseless lie. But the farmer objected and said, "Sir, I am not a liar. I have seen with my own eyes the ruined crop, and I have, with the help of my servants, driven the cattle out of the field." I could not understand what God's miracle had taken place afterwards. The farmer begged a pardon and looking towards Guru Nanak said, "I could not understand how all this happened. Please explain me about this in your own words." The Guru said, "The true God is the sole creator of this universe. He himself makes his creation and himself destroys it. A man cannot judge his greatness. I am his humble servant. How can I explain you about his powers?" The farmer bowed before the Guru and touched his feet. He said, "You are not an ordinary child.